It's Monday, July 7th, and as some of you know, I'm in New York, hence the terrible lighting and the bed behind me that is very messy for reasons we won't talk about. Anywho's, that's a word I picked up from the people in Wisconsin that were on the flight next to me. I just did like 7 accents on accident. What I wanted to start talking about today is airports, airplanes, the people that work at them, you know, the kind of people that would normally be working at the DMV, but apparently there were no job openings, so they went ahead and went to this job so they could kill my soul. Now we'll go down the line of douchebags, because if you've been to the airport recently, you realize there are a lot of people that suck at life, starting with curbside check-in when you get dropped off from a taxi. The guy that handled my baggage was eating an Egg McMuffin in one hand and on the phone with another, so it was amazing that he was able to do anything because he kind of looked like my second grade teacher. She had this claw hand thing. It was weird. I don't want to talk about it because it gives me nightmares, but what I really want to talk about is him being a douchebag because he's like, "That'll be $3, son, gratuity not included." To which I replied, "Well, that sucks for you, because when I was a waiter, I didn't give someone terrible service and then give them their check and go, 'Oh, hey, you know that spot right there? That's where you give me extra money for such a good job I did.'" Then, of course, we moved to baggage check-in, where I'm checking in 2 bags. I put one on, she weighs it, she's doing everything, and then I thought she said, "Put the next one on," so I did, and then everyone freaked out like I had a turban, an evil smile, and like a trigger in my hand. They were like, "No, 2 bags is one too many. Put one on, take one off, ah." Then 30 seconds later, a lady puts her bag onto the same thing, everything's cool. I look at the guy and I'm like, "Hey, 2 bags, not 1, 2 bags. And he was like, "Well, sir, I can do the math." And I know, you're like, "Phil, why are these people so mean to you? Come over my house, I'll make you spaghetti." That's an awesome idea. Maybe later. But the next person I want to talk about is when I'm doing the softcore striptease through the metal detector. Because I gotta take off my shoes, my belts, nipple piercings, you know, maybe. You don't know. I always have a shirt on, you don't know. Side note, at an airport about 2 months ago, they made this lady take out her nipple piercings with pliers. That's not even a joke, that's just weird. So then the guy that's checking the scanners, you know, where you put your luggage, he stops me and he's like, "Sir, what is this?" And I was like, "It's a tray with 2 laptops." And I thought I won a prize. I was like, "Yes!" But apparently no. It was not a tray with 2 laptops. It was a tray with 2 laptops that could also be a bomb. Or at least that's how he came at me when he was like, "No! Different containers for 2 laptops." And you're probably like, "Phil, why do you have 2 laptops in the first place?" It's mainly because I know the people that check your luggage, and you don't want expensive shit in there. Just saying. Your question of the day is, what is your terrible travel story? Whether it be air, or, I was about to say plane, or train, or car, or a bicycle, or you were walking down the street and some dude spit some gum at you. What's the happening, yo? I'm down with the kids, G. Text response or video? Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about the news. But our first story actually has to do with airplanes. A Delta flight that left from New York went overseas. A first-class passenger got a little angry because economy class people were let off the plane before he was. So he did what any common person would, jammed open the emergency exit and went down the slide. Now the man was arrested, detained, and Delta looks like they're going to sue him. When we move on to other news, we find a thief that turned into a hero for a day. The guy was breaking into a red van and realized that it was full of gas cans and styrofoam cups with white substance in it. The thief took the van to an empty lot, called police, and it turned out he's a hero. The van was parked outside of a ballet school, and it was also near a Muslim school, and also a dream factory, and a place where they have pony unicorns. As many of you know, the world's gone stupid. Because I can't give advice like, "Hey, don't mail your weed." But I can give advice like, "Hey, if you do send your weed, don't go FedEx," because FedEx recently misshipped 200 pounds of pot. So because FedEx messed up the shipment, the guy got busted for having weed sent to him. It turns out he received over 600 pounds of weed. And if I was the guy, I don't know what I would be more angry about. The fact that FedEx messed up and now I'm gonna get jail? Or the fact that I'm so stupid? I also want to thank you guys for all the support you put behind me because of the Fuck Viacom video. Not only did you get me to the front page of Dig, but MSNBC, and I heard a CNN, and I know I was in the New York Times for something unrelated. It was like DeFranco everywhere about Viacom sucks. So you guys rock for helping me get the message out. If you missed the MSNBC spot, the link's over here in the sidebar. Go check it out. It was kind of cool. But that's all that really mattered to me this Monday, July 7th, 2008. My name's Philip DeFranco, and you've just been filled in.